Hello everyone and welcome back to the SteemTrail Gaming News. Today is the Friday 13th of April. My name is Kralizec and I will be your host for the evening. And even though it is the Friday 13th, we got pieces of news for you. We're first going to talk about a vigilante group of women who plans to destroy online gaming misogynists. And secondly, we're going to take a look at a Donkey Kong record holder who has been stripped off of his records. But let's begin with the vigilante group that is going to be called, or is called, Bully Hunters. And this group, or a collective of women who play Counter-Strike Global Offensive, has teamed up and they wish to battle online trolls who harass women. And on the surface, this seems like a pretty noble incentive. And I don't really have anything against what they're planning to do, because what they're planning essentially to do is to have a report function where women can come, report that somebody is harassing them, and they will come into the game and whip their asses with their skill. So there are a few questions. So first is the obvious one. Are they capable of doing this? I'm going to assume that for the most part there are going to be, they are probably going to be pro players. So against your average player, there will be more than capable of actually wrecking them pretty heavily. But the bigger one is, will they be capable of honestly deciding who is harassing and who is just using smack in an online game? On top of that, I'm not completely sure that I like that they're targeting only people who harass women, because anybody will know, it doesn't matter whether you're a man, whether you're a woman, whether you're a tag helicopter, everybody gets trolled and harassed online, especially in gaming. I don't know what is it. I'm pretty sure that it is the competitive nature of games. There's nothing else. It's not hatred against women. It's not hatred against young people. It's not hatred against fat people. It's not hatred against the little green men with penises stuck up at their noses. It's just the competitive nature that brings the worst out of people, because, well, let's be honest, sometimes being mean to somebody will actually give you a benefit in that game. If you can throw them off, make them not concentrate 100% on the game, that will put you in an advantageous position. So I think smack just somewhat belongs to competitive things altogether. Yes, though, there is always the question of how much smack there should be allowed, because there comes a point where it objectively becomes harassment. But being sure that you don't just arbitrarily cross that line between smack and harassment, even from the side of vigilantes, will be very hard. If you want to, you can start on Thursday afternoon at 7 p.m. Eastern Time or 4 p.m. Pacific Time and watch them live streaming, essentially just shitting on people who are harassing other women online. So again, I'm okay with them doing it. I'm just concerned whether they will be picking the right targets, as that is much easier said than done. And our second piece of news is about Donkey Kong, the original Donkey Kong, and one of its record holders, Billy Mitchell, who has been holding one of the big scores on the original arcade game. And, well, back in August, a member from Twin Galaxies, which is the site that essentially handles all of these world records, called Jeremy Young, you can also find him at Exelnia, he filed a dispute that claimed that these performances aren't as valid as it seems. Young essentially argued that the original Donkey Kong hardware could not produce some of the board transition image shows in the recordings, and thus they were created through an emulation software called MAME, which is forbidden to be used when you're submitting a score for the competitive leaderboards. It actually took a few months of research, testing, and talking, and more research and more testing, until Twin Galaxies actually accepted the dispute, and now Mitchell's scores have been removed from the leaderboards. On top of that, Mitchell has been banned from participating in any of Twin Galaxies' competitive leaderboards, which was held by a unanimous decision. And I think this is really good. Gaming is one of the few competitive sports, I dare to say, where disputes can be actually issued years and years later on, when better technologies to discover cheats can be actually found. And it's a very good thing, because if we want to be taken seriously as a sport, we need to be honest in what we produce there. So cheating is obviously wrong and nobody should do it. And I'm hoping not many people will do it in the future. Hopefully none. But that is very unlikely. There will surely be people who will cheat. But hopefully their number will be low. And with that being said, that's going to be it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please consider giving us a thumbs up here on YouTube and subscribing to the channel. If you are watching on Steam, maybe you do want to give us an upvote and follow the blog. Either way, be sure to leave a comment and be sure to tune in tomorrow for more gaming news, as we are our daily source of daily gaming news every single day. See you guys later with more gaming content.